Yay!
It's the Muppet Show! Hi, everybody! How are we all doing? Hi, everybody. How are we all doing? Oh, wait, I got an echo. That's on my end. Oh, wait, I got an echo. There we go. Echo fixed. Sweet.
I was not sure if it's showing up on my channel or not, but
oh, I'm watching it live right now.
Oh, cool.
Yep, you're good.
Anyway, you see the problem that I'm facing at the moment?
What's the problem? I see lots of RAM.
Yeah, look what brand it is.
No, evil, pure evil.
Yes,
it requires the exorcism or extraction, or any number of words starting with X.
Yep. Except, and I think this is described as excrement, I guess.
There's another X word. Yes. So what process are you going to use to get the chips off there?
Well, I've got. Let's see if I can switch to the other one. Ah, shoot. I got that.
Chip quick. Okay.
Now I've got to think. Okay, I got the chip quick. Oh yeah. Need to turn stuff on, get it warmed up. Blah blah blah.
Are you going to use hot with chip quick? That's that eutectic stuff that lowers the melting point. So you can is that what you got or?
Actually, I have a hot air.
Oh, right okay, even better. Yeah. Yep. Good. Yay! I made same one.
Yeah. And this is going to be my my donor.
Gotcha.
I mean, I don't have anything to it. Might as well just use the chips on something.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Adam McGee in the chat. How you doing? We're replacing MT RAM, your favorite. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Adam. Let's see. Turn on that. Nope, not plugged in.
Hit it with a hammer. Oh, wait. No, that's the wrong advice. Sorry. I got that backwards. Hit yourself with a hammer. No,
okay. All right, turn that on.
Adam says, I hate MT RAM. We all do, sir. It is evil. As I said before you stopped in, we're going to exorcise the board of its demons of MT RAM.
Be gone, demon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, it's been months since I turned this thing on. Oof, stinky. I got it set to 360. I'm not sure if that's enough or not.
For hot air, you can try it. That might be a little low. I would go up closer to 400 to start. You almost want to set it basically the same temperature you run your iron at. I don't know what you run your iron at, so.
I run it about 360 to 375, really.
Yeah. Start there, and we'll see what it does. I usually run my hot air like at 450. I just blast the absolute crap out of it. The other concern there, of course, are those memory slots. I presume you've got like some metal or some Captain tape or something you can put in there as a shield to protect that.
Yeah, I just had some, but I don't know what I did with it. Besides, I mean, if I melt them, I've got some actual metal clip type I can rob up another board.
Gotcha.
So I'm not too concerned about that.
Adam's asking what kind of board is this? This is a 46 board or something?
Yeah, it's a compact 486 board, one of the Desk Pro series.
Gotcha. And did it literally have a bad RAM test? Is that why we're doing this? Or are we just doing it preemptively because it has MT on it?
Well, it's got the MT, so that's a given in my mind. And also, it just wouldn't post, so.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah. I mean, I did try it. So, I mean, if I won't post and it's got MT, goodbye MT.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I'm just looking at the layout of the board there. It's pretty standard.
Yeah. Standard LPX style.
Yeah. Lame technology extension. Ha ha ha. Sorry. Yeah. ALI chipset. That's pretty standard too.
Yeah. What? Sorry about the background noise. Got my 6-year-old son creating a havoc.
It's all good.
But the main reason for saving this is that video chip right there. It's a Sing Labs ET4000.
Ooh, those are some of, if not the best 2D graphics chips of that era. They just work. They're great.
Mm-hmm.
My first PC we had a Sing Labs PCI graphics card in it.
I'm not sure if this one's PCI or whatever, but it's got the right chip at the very least.
Yeah. That's a 486. It's unlikely that uses PCI bus. It might be some proprietary interconnect or something like that. Who knows?
Or a VESA.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's got this back here, but I think that's for something else, probably.
Yeah, and it's offset from the backplane connector. So I'd think that that's something else. It's like a cache.
Okay.
Cache thing or something.
Well, I don't have my. Wait a minute. Tweezers. Yes, found tweezers.
Yay!
They're not the right ones, but they're tweezers.
Yeah, close enough. They work. Allows you to be slightly more delicate than with a screwdriver.
Yeah. Kind of squeeze right in the middle where there's no pins.
Yeah. Hot.
Yeah, just a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, just think how bad this was without flux.
Because it does look like you removed one already.
No, actually, that's from factory.
Okay, it must be like for the parity, the ninth parity bit or something.
Exactly, and this one didn't have parity, so. I mean, obviously. Smoking. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're too short.
Adam says he fixed his 2C that wouldn't boot. It actually had a failed IWM. That doesn't happen often. Wow. Of course, it's an IWM, which means that machine is basically now trash unless you somehow add another boot something to it somehow. There you go.
Oh, come on. Don't take the pad. Ah, crud. Let's see something.
Did you pull a pad?
Maybe. Let's see.
Justin Morgan is here waiting for you to let him in so he can yell at you too.
Hi, Justin.
Jeremy, hello.
Justin!
I am here. And I brought a friend. And I need to turn off a... There we go.
Baby!
Oops. If I can click and drag the right thing.
Pads don't look too bad on that, Jeremy. They look okay.
Yeah. Wish I could get more light on it. But... yeah, reddish, but it's light.
Yeah. Of course, if you did pull the pad, as long as it didn't rip from the trays, you should be able to very carefully put just the tiniest little wisp of super glue under it to get it to stay down while you're cleaning things up. And then once you get it all soldered together, it just stays soldered together. Garth Beagle's here. Hi, Garth.
Hello, Garth.
Hi, Garth.
Looks like just a little extra solder came up. The pad's fine.
Good. Awesome stuff.
Oh, wait, no, wait. I'm looking at the wrong one. Duh. Yep, pad's gone.
Oh, no. Pad here to the rescue.
Well, let's see. That's why I got... Where's that little box? There it is. That's why I got that. Well, can't see it.
We can't see anything.
Let's switch that other camera there.
Cool.
28 gauge magnet wire.
There you go.
All right.
Solves all problems.
All right, well, let's just press on.
This time, I'd suggest that it's hard to make a suggestion on it. Like the previous chip, you pushed a little too early, and I think you maybe focused on one side before the other. You got to kind of run up and down both sides, almost in a circular pattern.
Yeah.
Barely poke it until the whole you just barely kind of not try to lift or pry, just tap on it really lightly until you see the chip move, and then you can just kind of bing, fling it off the board. Adam says, can you just remove the RAM chips and install the missing SIM socket? Good question.
Maybe.
Probably. Or just remove the RAM chips and just use the back two SIM sockets and say no more RAM chips. If this is one of those boards that allows you to put things in the second bank. Moo!
Claris has entered the chat.
Yeah.
We are going.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to solve a mystery live on your channel because it's your board.
Hey, it makes sense.
I figured, why not?
Oh. There we go.
So I guess a quick summary for those that did not see my last stream. I did pull Jeremy's 2C board onto the workbench near the end of the stream, discovered that the negative 5-volt regulator was dead, have no video signal, and figured out that the video, I think it's a hybrid module, requires negative 5 volts. So that is why I am replacing the negative 5 volt regulator right now.
What module on the board requires negative 5?
It's I call it a hybrid module. I don't know if that's the actual name for it, but it's this green thing that goes to the video port. It looks like it's got a bunch of discrete components potted inside of it.
Did you try yelling at it real loud?
Hey, you! Yeah.
Yeah, if it's like an op amp or something like that that's designed to work on analog signals, having a negative voltage as a comparison to the positive voltage makes sense.
Anyway, the schematic shows that it's using 5 volt or negative 5 volts, so I'm going to humor it and give it negative 5 volts.
Humor, something I don't have.
Bull hockey.
Oh, sorry. I can build blue scuzzies while I'm sitting here. You know, I only got 7 of them to flip and build.
Well,
I put 5 up on the website, and people were like, yeah, I'll buy 3. Yeah, I'll buy 4. I'll buy, like, 8. Just all of them. And I'm like, cool. Leave some for everybody else.
I would only want 1 or 2 at the most.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any things that are scuzzy, but I just remembered recently that I have a scuzzy-ish tape drive that I pulled out of a 386 with an 8-bit ISA card. The tape drive is gone, you know, just rusted to pieces, but the card still looks good. I just got to find the card.
Focus for everybody. Oh, super focus. Now I focus it for myself to match the camera. Boom, done. All the diodes.
Might as well switch back. If I could get the. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was adjusting my scope. Is this actually the scope that Justin suggested? For $30, but somebody this was a return and got it for half price.
Can't complain about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Oh, I'm only good. That's right. 12 diodes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Adam's advice. Just take these chips off and don't worry about them.
Yeah, because you've got sockets on that. It's not like the machine's going to be a huge RAM hungry machine. Like 16 megs of RAM in that would be awesome.
Yeah,
like a couple of cheap sims and then you're done, right?
Pretty much.
And then you don't have to worry about those chips, or you just make sure the pads aren't like floating and shorting, and they'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
That said, this is a good practice board to test pad repair if you want to do that, because there's like no failure, right? You just do whatever and things happen. Nobody can see what I'm doing. I'm stuck in things.
Oh, that's nice. Go to rip it up, go to push it up, and it gets stuck to another pad.
Welcome to Joe's weird bench cam that's all funky and weird. I really do need to set the bench cam up with a 4K camera. It's the thing I've been finding out about webcams is they're always like one setting below what they advertise. So it's like, yeah, I'm a 1080p webcam, but it's like 720 upscaled. So like you get a 4K camera and it actually just looks okay because it's upscaled to 4K from 1080. This is weird. No, this was just a blurry mess. Hi, I'm Joe. I complain a lot about things. First world problems. And the last one. Stuff all the holes. That did not sound correct. I apologize.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I did some maintenance on my 3D printer because it was printing weird. It was printing okay. It was just slightly reduced in quality because, they have lots of wearable parts in them. So I was doing maintenance on that. I broke it badly. I totally screwed up the entire hot end. I jammed it all up with molten filament going everywhere where it shouldn't go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now I have a SAD and a broken printer and about 20 of these blue SCSI cases to print that I can't print because I don't have a printer.
Ugh.
So I went to Amazon and bought replacement parts and selected the arrives tomorrow check mark. I'm lucky I live about 30 miles away from a distribution center, so.
You are a lucky devil.
So things just kind of show up.
Well, that one 3D printer I got, the cheapest one I could find on eBay, as the Spanish would say, el basura.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Well, it turns out to make it even worth a darn, I gotta pay like $20 plus shipping from China for a heated bed.
Ah, yeah. You have problems where like the stuff either doesn't stick to the bed or it sticks too hard to the bed, one or the other.
Yeah, it's sticking like worse than super glue. So
Yeah, and then it ruins the bed. Yeah.
I gotta get a new bed for mine.
One of the biggest things that I found is to have a heated bed, of course, but if you can eventually upgrade to the option where you have the removable bed plate, I can show it here. Too, because it's a removable surface, you can just replace it with a bed. So my printer's got this bed plate here, and it's flexible and a magnetic. So you just lay it on there, and when you're done, you can pick it up and just snap the prints right off.
Yeah.
It has a textured finish, so if you set your stuff on it right, the finish of what you print looks like original plastic because it jams it into the print surface and makes it all stippled and nice. And when it wears out, you just replace it. And they cost like $9, and they last like 2 years. So it's
yeah. I mean, mine came with that, but it's already ruined because
it's not heated. Yeah.
Because the print head actually dug into it. So.
Oh yeah. That happens too. That's a leveling thing. You got to calibrate it.
Yeah, it's not exactly great to level something, especially in this house where everything just doesn't want to be level.
Well, what leveling means is making sure that the plane of the x-axis of the printer, or x and y-axis really, matches the plane of the bed. It doesn't mean the whole thing has to actually be like level. And what happens is if one corner of the bed is high compared to the nozzle height, you can get driven or whatever.
Claris works. No.
Move. But yeah. It's one of those 3D printers. It's like it's like the ultimate scam in a way. They're the coolest little toys, and once you get one set up, they tend to, like mine has been running for nearly 2-3 years or something without any maintenance. It just works. But the scam comes from get your 3D printer $100, but then you've got to like add all of this other stuff.
Yeah.
A better hot end and like a bimetal heat break and a leveling unit and so yeah.
All right.
It's kind of like what PCs used to be back in the late 90s, early 2000s, where everybody was souping up their PC. Well, people still do that, but it's like, well, I got this heatsink and I've got this thing, and look at me, I'm fancy. And I'm just like, I just want to print crap. I want stick in G code and get out plastic bits. Give plastic bit, please. So,
yep. Some pads are missing. Oh well. They're not crossed, I don't think. Yep, there goes a pad right there loose.
oh no! Bye pads.
Yeah. Not a big deal. I think I think I like Adam's idea much better. It's already got the fourth slot there, just empty, so why not?
Yeah. If you got the socket to put in there, you just got to clear out the holes with the machine or wick and throw another socket in there. You can do it that way. You could just try throwing RAM in the open sockets, the two at the back. That see what happens. I mean, it might just be like, okay, you throw a couple 8s in there and you're done. The machine would be a great little like Zoom machine or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Soldering sockets, not sockets. Pins, soldering pins.
If my camera works a little rough, well, it's because this is my backup plan. Just letting y'all know.
It's all good.
Because OBS wanted to be stupid.
Oh, well, yeah. That's OBS. That's just how it is. It's like, oh, you wanted to do things today? Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna do what you do.
No, so I'm having to use split cam instead.
Here is.
Oh, there goes the camera. Oops.
And gone. I apologize for any noise that you hear. I had to turn on my extraction fan so I don't breathe smoke.
I just did myself a favor and gave me some longer power wires so that I can actually have a little more board maneuvering room.
BOARD or BORED?
BOARD.
Oh.
Now, I had put these ultra short power wires to connect to my power supply on Thursday, and it meant I couldn't really turn the board anyway. They were too short, so I just gave myself some longer leads.
Longer leads, longer lead. Oh, sorry. Guys, I'm freaking nuts. I'm just gone. My brain.
Look,
This has been Opera with Joe's Computer Museum.
I actually admire its insanity. Only to an extent, of course.
All right.
Like Robin Williams always said, you gotta stay crazy or else you go insane.
Oh, I love Rob Williams.
He named his daughter after The Legend of Zelda. Her name is Zelda. She is literally named after the game.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you remember, Joe. A while back, I mentioned something that Rob Williams said behind the scenes of Aladdin. It was actually in the behind the scenes video. Duh.
What? Wait, what?
You remember a while back we were playing a game with on Ron's channel. Anyway, I think I mentioned Rob Williams and dang nabbit, stupid short cords. Anyway, the question was, how do I look? And his answer was like a vampire with a day pass.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that was actually in the behind the scenes video. I recently refound it, so
Sweet.
it's a little over an hour long, but it's worth a watch. I just skipped all the singing part stuff.
Well, yeah, it's going to be just like that's got to be awesome. It's got to be just like basically an hour of Robin Williams being an absolute like crazy man.
Well, actually, there's supposedly 30 hours of material that they didn't release. So, him just going nuts. So I was like, God, I wish I could see that.
And of course, Disney's never going to release that because they ain't none of it kid friendly. Not a lick of it. Robin Williams was not known for his kid friendly humor.
Of course, but hey, we all love him. All right, just a second. I'm going to get the other board. Be right back.
It reminds me, back in his Mork and Mindy days, he would, make up fake language stuff. And a couple times he during filming, he was swearing, but in Spanish. And they caught it because it's Spanish. And so he had to stop doing it. But then he started swearing in like Polish, and they didn't catch it. So they're like, so in some episodes of Mork and Mindy, there are some absolutely crazy swears in Polish and other like just very non-English languages, just like in the episode.
Okay, up on the bench we have yet another board that refuses to post.
Maybe it needs Kellogg's instead.
What does it need?
Get it? Post Kellogg's needs Kellogg's instead.
Oh, love the dad jokes.
Give it a big bowl of grape nuts. I mean, it's just irregular. That's its problem. It just, it needs milk of magnesia. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to be Ron. He's my hero.
This one's got a Cirrus Logic CLGE5428 chip with video on it. Like,
Let me turn this off so I can hear you. Cirrus Logic, what?
Cirrus Logic CLGD5428.
Yep, that's a whole bunch of letters and numbers.
The 5428 was kind of meh. Shh, lay there. I don't know what I did with that right. This will work. Maybe.
Snip, snip, snip all day long. Snip, snip, snip. Well, wait, that's copyrighted. Sorry. Click, click, click.
All right.
What do I solder next? Pins, all those little pins. Is that what I did? Pins. One, two, two.
Hell, let's not worry about this right now. Slide some memory in this one.
All right.
I keep bumping this too.
Three.
Okay.
Four. Ah.
Okay.
Six pins.
Well, that is
7.
enough.
I love to count.
Oh, dude, that was the best count ever. Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. What's Adam said? Hot tweezers for replacing SMD caps. Yeah, exactly. So, like, without hot tweezers, you can use hot air, or you can use 100 other methods, and they all suck. The thing I hate about hot air is that it explodes them across the room sometimes, and I don't like that. I'm like a dog with loud noises. Don't like. I tend to use a lifting method, a very, very careful lifting method, where I will use solder wick to remove as much solder from the pads as possible. I'll heat one side and just barely pry the capacitor up so it disconnects from the pad. Then I can heat the other pad and just swipe it off. But that has risks of pulling pad, of course.
Well, let's see. Don't have any peripherals here, so I'll just see if it beeps at me.
Beep.
Got a speaker at least. Come on.
So, what beat code do we get today? Remember, black on black, you're on track. Red on red, system dead.
Yep. If I can get this one right here going.
Yes. Story about that. We years and years ago, before I started at the company I work for, they told me a story of a tech who put red on red and tripped the main breaker for the building, not the sub breaker. They tripped the building breaker and turned power off to the building. How that happened, I don't know. Crappy wiring, but it was a magical story. This gentleman went on to become the head of engineering, or the director of engineering for the company. But he was not allowed to actually physically touch any hardware because whenever he did, he'd break it. History, if he logged into firewalls, they would die. If he tried to configure servers, they wouldn't work right. He's just like he was the guy with the degree who knew how to do things, but he had to have other people do them. Because he just was the worst luck. He broke this. Poor guy. He still works for that company. I don't work for that company. Yeah, he built a custom PC for his wife's business, and somehow, well, he built two. The first one he built, he killed the processor. The second one he built, he killed the processor, but only if memory usage of the machine went above 512 megabytes. It was the weirdest freaking thing I've ever seen in my career. I'm like, dude, no, just don't touch things. You're like a walking Van der Graaf generator. Just stop. Poor guy.
Nada.
No go? Nova?
Nope. Nova.
What symptoms are you getting? Are you getting just literally nothing?
Literally nothing.
Okay. You know your power supply's good, I presume?
Oh yeah, it's churning away.
Well, yeah, the fan's spinning, but that doesn't mean power supply is putting out 5 volts or 3.3 or anything else.
Yeah, I checked it last night. It was doing all the voltages fine.
Okay, cool.
But for sanity's sake, maybe I'll recheck it.
You have RAM in that machine and all that?
Yep, RAM, CPU, video.
There's a brown socket next to the CPU, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
That's not one of those weird boards that needs that extra voltage regulator, is it?
That I can't say for certain.
There's a series or a subset of boards that for a short period of time needed this little extra plug-in voltage regulator for reasons.
Let's see. Well,
I ran into them very rarely, but I have seen them. I thought they were more of a socket 7 or Pentium thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that socket it's got me kind of curious as to
5 volts. 5 volts.
5 volts, 5 volts. We do not have 5 volts.
Yeah, negative 5 volts. That should be negative 12 on blue. Come on. Oh, no, what? Take you and put you somewhere else. $11.9. Oh wow, the VGA controller is getting hot.
What is?
The actual chip I wanted to save is getting slightly warm.
Yeah, slightly warm just means it's doing something. It doesn't mean it's busted.
Yeah.
So that could be good news, bad news, neutral news. It's news. It is information. That is all we can ascertain.
Yeah, and I believe I put the CPU in correctly because the corner, I put corner to corner, the 45 to 45,
Yes.
So, the only thing I don't.
Hold on.
What?
No, failure on my part. Hate it when that happens. Sorry. I have a process for putting in the header pins on blue SCSIs. I use a wad of blue tack to hold them in place. But if I do it wrong, I end up pulling the pins back out. And then, like, yeah.
Come on. There we go.
It occurs. Where are you at, Justin?
Probing logic chips.
Probing.
Because I've still got no video output, so I'm seeing if the machine is alive.
It's alive!
Alive with the sound of copyright strikes.
One of the chips you can check, Justin, is the TMG chip. Could be a HAL in the right middle of the board. I believe pin 2 or 3 on that should be 3.57 megahertz.
TMG, middle right side.
Yep.
Let's see if I can change to Justin real quick.
Is it going to be marked TMG on the board?
Should be.
So I've got something that's marked as a video latch.
To the left of that.
Let's see, that would be the 6851s. And then there's a glue chip.
It might be the glue chip. Sorry.
Oh, wait, I see it. TMG.
Yeah.
It's kind of like upper middle.
Yeah.
Which pin?
I believe it's pin 2 or 3. One of the lower left pins should have 3.58 megahertz on it.
Okay, it looks like Project 1 is dead in the water.
Oh no! Project 2.
Project 2, IBM PCjr.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. What's wrong with the Junior?
Right now it's in boxes, and those all the pieces are in separate boxes. So it needs to be put together like a puzzle.
Ooh. But it's like new in box?
Yeah, motherboard is got a memory expansion card, but the memory expansion card needs to have new memory, and I don't have the chips for that yet.
Well, why not?
No,
I'm messing with you. I'm messing. Go faster.
all right.
Or go. Make a current just happen go.
All right. I'm gonna go retrieve the Junior. We'll be right back.
Okay. Quick nothing in first stream now.
Nope, not the vertical menu. I want the horizontal menu. Time base. The horizontal scale? Nope, that's not the one I want. Trying to figure out how to tell my oscilloscope to show the frequency. Is it display?
Are you getting a frequency at all?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
But whether it's the NTSC frequency or not.
Well, I mean, is it a nice clean wave?
As clean as I would expect on this oscilloscope, yes.
Okay. So, well, that just generates. You can worry about the frequency specifically later. That's telling you if the chip is either getting or generating the frequency it requires. As a matter of fact, if you just hold on a second, good old Daddy Joe, that sounded wrong. Grandpa Joe? Uncle Joe? Friend
Uncle
Joe.
Joe.
Uncle
Joe sounds good for some reason.
Uncle Joe is going to look up the data sheet or the schematic for that machine for you.
Oh, awesome.
That is your no vintage computer schematics. I have a whole folder on my server just for Apple IIc schematic. Would you look at that? So we need the TMG chip. Yep. Pin 1 should be 14 megahertz going into it. So pin 1 should have, yep. So if you, the next pin over pin 2 should be half the frequency.
That looks like
right.
half.
Yep.
And pin 3 looks like about half that.
Yep. pin 3 is your color reference, so that's your 3.58.
Okay.
So it seems to me like the timing chip is working. Why does pin 11 just pull the ground? Anyway, check pin 17. You should have some wiggles there.
Let's see here. That's 20, 19, 18. All right, that should be pin 17.
That's good. 18 should be similar. Those are Cass and Raz. Yep, that's cool. Check pin 13.
Okay.
Pin 13 should be. That's. Yeah, there you go.
Actually, I think that's just corrosion on the leg of the chip.
Yeah, it just caused it a little bit weird. Yeah, that's fine. 12 should be low. It's pulsing. Okay, that's fine. Pin 14 should be. I don't know what pin 14 should be. That's about 1 megahertz. Yeah. That's the phase 1 clock for the CPU, I believe.
Yeah, that looks like 1 megahertz.
Okay, that's cool. No problem.
Yeah, so this chip.
So that chip seems to be like it's doing okay. Pin 8 should be high. Yep. Cool. Pin 4 should that's one of the horizontal counters. I believe it's horizontal 0. Is that pin 4?
That is pin 4.
Okay. That seems like an awfully high frequency for pin 4, but okay. Well, no, it's every microsecond. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Yep, right. Okay. So the TMG is good.
All right.
HP, get that crap out of here.
Actually, I think Adam would recognize this box. He's the one that sent it to me. And I promised him that I would unbox it on a stream.
We're doing it live.
Did it live.
So that's.
Yeah, it's. What pin is that?
How about the character generator pin? Chip. I'm just walking down the pins and making sure there's something going into it because I think I know where the problem is.
Yeah. Yeah, the charge end, it looks like it's getting data, so that's good. That means the machine is running. Or at very least, the video generation side of the machine is running.
Let me see if it's outputting. Let's see, that should be 11. I don't know what the levels of these outputs should be, but that 12.
The charge end is gonna be putting out data stream.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the chip itself here, just so I can. That's
if you're
not the map chip. Serial chips, glue. Where the hell is it on this board? I'm looking for it in the schematic. I mean, it's just a 27.
Yeah, Adam, you did send it a little while back, and if I didn't say it before, I'll say it now. Thank you, sir.
74 LS166.
Yeah.
74 LS166. Let me see if it's getting data.
There you go. Yep, exactly.
Pin 2. All right, looks like it's getting the data from the character generator.
Yeah, like pin 2, 3, and 4 are wiggling on the 166.
Yeah, so let's see here. And it's going to output on pins
1 or 13.
Looks like 1 and 13.
Yeah.
1. 13.
High all the time.
Yeah, that's not instilling great confidence that...
Yeah. So the question, if that is high all the time, the question is the 166 pulling it high, or is something else on the line putting so much crap on the line it just stays high? If that's high all the time, your screen,
Yeah, I don't think there's
you're not
anything
going to get anything. Basically, you're not going to get sync or anything because you're not getting sync pulses or anything.
I am getting sync pulses, but that's it.
Okay.
I don't think I'm getting an actual video image, just sync pulses.
On chip UE1.
UE1, looking...
Sorry,
searching
Jared,
now.
interrupting your stream to fix your computer while you unbox your other computer.
Well, I wanted to try to get the RAM thing done first, but that didn't pan out. So
Okay.
yeah, I wanted to get something
We'll
else.
figure it out. It's all good. I'm going to change cameras real quick. I'm going to have to hop off here soon to go to Din Din's, but that's fine. We'll see if we can get you going. Justin, pin
I gotta turn the board upside down to probe that pin.
Oh wow, I forgot this thing had a board in it. I thought it was an empty case.
All right.
Okay. Pin 1 of UE1 should be high. I mean, it shouldn't be high, but we know it's high because we know it's high. Pin 2 should be a sync signal pulsing and stuff. Yep, that looks about right. Pin 3 should be the color burst signal. Yep. And pin 4 should just be randomly doing things. Color gate. It is low because it's telling it not to output a color burst. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks to me like either the 166 or the UE6 or UE1 are at fault, because those are literally the only things on that data line. These are the only 2 chips that could be causing the problem, unless that trace is somehow shorted somewhere to 5 volts.
All right. Well, that gives me something to search for.
So the upside is the UE6 is probably the easier thing to replace, because 166 it's just a generic counter or serializer. It's a parallel serial streamer. I don't know what UE1 is. It just says vid on the. It's probably a custom chip.
All right, let me go. I think I've got some chips upstairs because I forgot to bring them downstairs. Let me go walk upstairs. I think I might have ordered a 166 out of precaution.
Yay! We get to hear you while you walk away. I don't know if you can hear us.
I can hear you, Joe.
Yay! I'm going to yell real loud.
I would expect no less from you, Joe.
The power of the output compels you.
Oh, the board that's in here is bad, Adam. That's perfectly fine because I have a new one. Let's see.
That right there, chip you need. Focus, you feck. Focus.
Oh, I see it.
Focusing.
Good thing I did have another board.
What's going on with your board, Jeremy?
One of the slots on this board was badly damaged.
Nice. Just put acetone on it and melt the plastic. Just melt the plastic out of the way. Actually, don't do that. Gasoline. Turn it into napalm. Now I'm really going to get you kicked off of YouTube for telling people how to make things they shouldn't make.
You want that, wouldn't you, Joe? Less competition.
Hey, yay!
Competition for me who hasn't streamed anything in 2 months. Come on.
Actually, it's been just about a month and a half.
Oh, okay.
It was
Joe,
your
track. Not me. I just do things.
It was your birthday bash that you did.
Was it the last stream I did? Jamie, Christmas.
Yeah, your birthday.
If it's my birthday bash, it's been nearly exactly 1 month. A month and a couple days. Well, I'm going to leave you guys to it. If I can come back later, I will.
All right.
I'm sure you're still going to be streaming, and I've got plenty of things on my bench to build. So I will bid you adieu. And my only parting wisdom is don't lick the metal bits. And Justin, it's one of those 2 chips.
All right. Well,
And-
I do have 166s.
Yay! 8 bits are all you need, man.
I don't have sticker, but I saved the box.
I put stickers in everything I sent out. I didn't give you a sticker.
Nope, I didn't see no stickers.
Oh, no. We're going to have to fix that.
It's okay.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Well-
Joe.
Bon appetit.
All right.
Oh, so it's just you and me, Justin.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to remove this 166 chip. Luckily, my order came in yesterday.
Well,
Sorry, it's my daughter.
So I ordered a bunch of things from UT Source. And some of the logic chips I needed were some of those items because can't get them from US distributors.
Of course not.
Well, some of the chips they may have not stocked for a while anyways, just because they're not really used anymore.
Oh yeah. Keep on hand what sells. Only that.
Yep.
Okay. I can come out of here. That side up. Don't be screwed. Didn't want to let go.
So at the moment I am adding solder to these pins because the old solder is not wanting to flow on its own.
Okay, got that. To be honest, I've never worked on a PCjr before, so my first time.
Last time I used a PCjr was typing class.
Uh,
That's
Go
what they had in the typing class was PCjrs.
well, I was fortunate to have Apple IIs.
Well, the school system seemed to have standardized on Apple, but for some reason this typing class had PCjrs.
Hmm.
It might be because they realized for typing they could fill the room with anything that had a keyboard and could run Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be why they used PCjrs, is because the typing software may have not had an Apple version.
Yeah. That reminds me. Last night I watched a video of a guy, very small-time YouTuber, and turns out he found himself a Trackstar card, a Trackstar Plus to be precise. It was a card to go into a IBM model IBM PS2 Model 30, and you could sit there and connect an Apple floppy drive to it and run Apple software on it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, just for kicks and giggles, I looked for one on eBay. When I saw that video, found the earlier version for $1,300.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever you're smoking, please don't share with the world.
Yeah.
Shh. Yeah, I think I can work with that. Case here.
Really, Xavier? Really, Dad?
Come here.
Put all your trash.
Clarice, you're doing great.
Xavier, you better go find your now.
All right, hold on. Go ahead.
All right, let's see if that chip is just going to come out now. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. There we go. 74 LS166. Now I am curious. Let me see here. Mini Pro Programmer. Select IC. Here we go. 74 LS166. I'm just going to test this in my Mini Programmer here real quick, see what it says about this chip. And
I forgot those things could do that. Because I got a couple of chips on another board that may be bad.
well, it says it's good. I'm still going to replace it.
As far as the looks of the thing, well, it's already broken, so it can't get much worse.
Yeah, exactly. All right. The replacement is also good. So, well, actually, I am going to install a socket.
Wait, for real?
Yes. I did manage to find the sockets that I thought I'd forgotten to order, because turns out I did order them and they were on the shelf that is behind me.
It's always in the last place you look.
I had forgotten that I put them there for, quote, safekeeping.
Well, it's even better when you can hide it from yourself.
Now, of course, the question will be if these sockets are going to fit. Oh. Come on. All right. All right.
There. Yeah, take super glue and spread it with a Harbor Freight screwdriver. They're cheap. Get a new one easy.
Yeah. They might even give you a coupon to get a free replacement or a 20% off replacement screwdriver after you use it to spread super glue.
Well, if anything, if I really have to get down to it, I just take it to a sander or grinder or whatever, get the glue back off of it.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a darn? Now, as far as you fixing that Apple IIc for me, I don't want you to feel like I'm using it on it.
Oh no.
I just wanted to actually, see if you were up to the challenge, and you're more than adequate for it. You're more than up for it, honestly.
Yep, I am up for the challenge, but of course we have the ace up our sleeve that's sitting over to my right,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll pull out in due time.
Now, speaking of, you said the word ace. Well, just for kicks and giggles, I kind of went down that rabbit hole a little bit recently, and did you know that Ace? Well, you probably knew that Ace had some XT compatibles, right?
They did. In fact, I think the 8-bit guy did a video on them. Or was he doing the one that laser 8-bit or laser XT compatibles?
He was doing laser.
Okay. Yes, yeah. I did know that Ace right before they were settled with Apple and barred from ever selling a computer ever again. Yes, they did have an XT compatible.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of their keyboards on up for sale, but only one computer, and that guy's asking too much for it, considering what it is.
Yeah.
He's asking like $650 for the whole setup, though.
Wow. Yeah,
it's a PC 8000 model.
Sounds like the person selling there's one of those Emerson XT class computers, just like the one I have, and while I think I probably overpaid for it, there's someone on eBay that's got one that they haven't sold it yet. It's been up for a year.
Mm-hmm.
They want $600 for it, and I'm like, nope. It's not worth that much. Oh, and they don't want to ship it.
Of course not.
Although I did notice, I think the last time I looked at their auction, because I occasionally go look, I think they updated their description finally to say, ask me about shipping. So I guess maybe they realized that they're not going to get off. They're probably going to have to ship it for someone because, well, maybe they'll then realize that they've got it overpriced. It's not that special of a computer for.
Now, I wonder if that's. You have that Epson, right? Or is it?
It's an Emerson.
Oh, Emerson. Okay.
Yeah, Emerson radio.
This XT computer that you mentioned. Well, LGR did a video on some back in March. I'm not sure if we caught it or not.
I did.
The Vindex.
Yeah.
How there's like up to 1 million types with different badges on the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hello, y'all. There's so many of these. Get real. I just set this board in here, and it doesn't want to sit right.
That's the thing. I think these eBay sellers, they're like, well, no one's selling what I'm selling, so it must be rare. Cha-ching, cha-ching. But in reality, there's just so many XT class computers out there, they're not that rare yet.
I mean, yeah, your particular style may be rare, but who cares?
I know, they're all XT compatible, so.
I mean, technically, this is XT compatible right here. It's got 88 in it.
So it's like, yeah, it's not like it's like the Franklin Ace 2000 they're trying to sell that I could say, yeah, that one would be a little rare, and it's, well, I guess it's Apple II compatible, but not 100%. I mean, I could say that one's at least notable. I'm trying to think of something that might actually be rare. Rarer.
Mindset.
Yeah, it's not like that where it's only going to run Mindset software.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
that's a totally different animal all by itself, I think.
yeah.
And to be honest, I really don't want a mindset because of its rarity.
All right.
One, too expensive. Two,
Yeah.
I would just sit there and stare at it anyway. So, I mean, I'm more practical. I like to say, okay, how can I use this thing?
Exactly.
I mean, even if it's just to play some games for a few minutes, fine, but I want to use the darn thing. There we go. Got you in place. Finally. I just noticed the number in the corner. It starts with F-150. Hey, I don't mind F-150s. They're good. I actually own a 13 model, so why not? Alrighty then. See what else I got in these. Yeah. Can you see this box, Justin?
Oh, I'm hold on, I've minimized a window somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, there we go. I see it.
It's still in its cellophane.
Oh wow.
Yeah. One of my trips to PCjr. I mean, I'm sorry. Computer reset. PCjr.
Well, they might as well have been PCjr reset. they had an awful lot of them.
Oh yeah. Like I don't know how many pallets that guy actually got. So. I think he was the last stop for them. So
Yeah. I think he basically bought everything IBM had when they decided to stop selling it.
yeah, probably. I mean, there was an IBM place in Austin, and he was in Dallas, so that's not too far fetched.
Yeah, he's probably like, I'll take them all, IBM, and they're like,
Okay.
okay, yeah, sure. Laughed all the way to the bank with that check, but I think he sold them for quite a while afterwards, and then I guess they eventually got buried in the warehouse to find in 2020 or 2019 one, whichever it was.
Oh, okay. Huh.
All right.
Power attachment. Well, there's the brick. Didn't have one otherwise, I guess. Need that later.
Okay.
Okay, I see. This was to add power to the expansion. So, expansion port is what it was. I think I'll keep the brick out. I've had these boxes sitting on my shelf for months, and I'm like, okay, it's time to put it all in one box. Okay, serial port.
All right.
I don't need that now.
UE1.
Yeah, when I went to computer reset and wanted a PCjr. It's like, well, we don't have any cases, but we got these pieces here.
Yeah.
So that's where thankfully Adam stepped in and said, "Oh well, I got this thing."
Yeah, I think the problem is UE1 on this board.
If I could make you bigger, I would. I don't know how.
It's the oh, which icon do you want? That's okay. Oh, there you go. And then you just actually do that, and then drag my picture over top of yours. There we go.
Aha. Okay.
You got it. I'm big now. All right. So I replaced the chip that's. So I replaced the 74 LS 166, which tested good, but I went ahead and replaced it anyways, and it's still doing the same thing. So I think the problem's UE1, which is this module right here, and it is probably an Apple proprietary part.
Probably. I know the Amiga 500 had something similar, and it was proprietary too.
So,
Oh, that's an adaptive cable.
I mean, the one thing I could do, I guess, is, and you could make me smaller again. I guess I could try reflowing the pins of it, just in case it's not making good contact.
All right, hold on just a sec. Yeah, my son was being a little unruly. No, I don't need that. Memory expansion. What do we have here? Ah. Well, that's encouraging. Not recognized, it says. I know there was. I know Computer Reset was sit there and test everything.
Yes, 'cause I actually do have a couple, or 2 PCs that came from Computer Reset. So, and yeah, they've got something on them with the testing notes and what they failed, and well, and it's kind of obvious why they failed.
Yeah.
Or one of them's missing the power supply, and the label says bad power supply, so they, I guess, removed the power supply. Actually, I think they both might have. No, wait, one says bad power supply, and I think the power supply is still in it, so maybe I can fix it. And then the other one's missing the power supply.
Oh, power supplies are easy.
It's a little small form factor HP, so. But I see the power supplies pop up on eBay occasionally, so.
Before you do that, get a hold of me.
Okay.
I've got a box full of power supplies.
All right. I don't remember what model they are right offhand, but I will. Well, first I may crack the one power supply open because it might just be something like super obvious, like a blown transistor or something.
Oh, yeah. I would do that first. Ooh.
But yeah, if it's not super a super obvious problem, I'll send you an email or something.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Because you might have the power supply or one that'll work.
Memory expansion, yay. The one that Adam sent. Because the one that I got computer identical was bad. Well, that's nice.
All right.
I might need to fix the traces on that though. Just up on the scope here.
mean
Can't figure out which way to go.
the case thing covers it.
Come on, part. I know you're desoldered.
It's not too terrible.
Oh, it's because the pins were. Well, that explains why that component wasn't working so hot.
Corrosion.
Corrosion took the first 3 pins and ate them. But I still see the little nubs of a pin. So let me see if I can't. Oh, actually, the pins are actually still in the board, or one of them is.
It doesn't surprise me the environment I pulled it out of. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can get these holes clear, and then I'll see if I can't carefully scrape some of the potting material off of this component and maybe see if I can't tack on some pins.
Come on. If I can get this card out of the bag, would be nice.
All right.
Okay. This is the one from Matt. This is the one from Computer Reset. Woo!
All right. Let's see if I can't.
Should I rest?
So I guess for anyone that was this is why I was calling this a hybrid module, because I can see that there are a couple of parts underneath this potting material.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what this is going to be most likely is a small PCB and some discrete surface mount components of some type that are put together, and they probably, I don't know if they did this for cost reasons, maybe wherever they were making these computers they didn't have the, I don't know, the process to be able to solder these smaller parts, or because maybe this is a ready-made part.
Or some engineer wanted to be a jerk. So.
or some, yeah, or that. But it kind of looks like it has an Apple part number on it, which I can't. It looks like it's a 3431001. That looks like an Apple part number. And 52PI. I don't know. Don't know what that is.
I don't think I have a way to hold this floppy drive in place. Darn.
Oh yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the the chat that well. Yeah, maybe I should pull that RAM chip off. That is true. Adam, I see Adam's comment about the RAM chip. It does still have that damaged RAM chip on it. But then again, this module, without the pins connected, it wasn't going to be outputting a video signal either.
Just sits there. No, it doesn't. I have no idea how it's supposed to go together on the floppy drive. Yeah, I think there's bent pins.
Okay, I got that. All right, let me see about putting a, let's see, I've got them somewhere. Okay.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm looking for.
Let's see.
Got this part.
Oh, let's see here. All right. Oh, there's one pin tacked on.
One pin.
Now let me see if I've got a couple more chip leads floating around on my desk. I probably do, assuming I don't knock them off trying to find them. Oh, da-da-da-da. Actually, I can make some. Oh. There's that. Is that enough pin? All right. Let's see here.
I like the boxes. Yeah. Okay. Eruptions. Hurricanes. Get out of it. Outrageous.
Whoops. Come on.
Yeah, I don't have the bracket. Seems. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it.
All right, where's second pin? All right, the third one's going to be the tricky one. All right. Well, that is 3 pins. That I have carefully tacked on to the metal I exposed out of the package. So hopefully I can get this, if I can get this back in, I guess these other pins straight enough to insert into the board, I'll,
Oh, as long as you got some wiggle room, should go right in.
hopefully will. Whoops.
Okay.
I lost another pin. All right.
Well, my PCjr is mostly together. I'm waiting to secure the flash drive. On that later.
There we go. All right. Let me see if I can find another.
Oh, Breezy got the robots to it.
What is holding this up? Okay. I see the program.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. On to the next victim. I mean, patient.
Yeah. Oh, how important is pin 8 on this thing? Oh, that's only the NTSC signal.
Oh,
Yeah,
only that? Yeah, he'll be fine.
That just means never the same color twice. Or, yeah, never the same color. Let me see where that pin goes. I think that goes to the...
Careful.
Well, this one's a mystery to me. I just cannot get it to post at all.
Ah. All right. Well, I'm gonna try. The monitor port won't work on this computer without pin 8, but I would like to at least see if... I think we're going to have to go to plan B, because I don't... Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I think this part is... Well, it's kind of important for video out, but I would like to at least see if
Composite works.
composite works.
Oh, to be honest, that's why I was going to use it, was with the composite monitor to it. It was being used with.
Does that use this port here?
Yes. No, it's just the RCA jack.
Oh, okay. Well, the RCA jack might actually work. It because the pin that broke and I can't. It broke in a way that I can't repair it. It's a pin that only goes to the DB15 port, so.
Yeah, I've got one of those Magnavox color monitor 80s. But I've got to get it in. I've got to find another, I guess you would call it logic board for it, because that thing is so darn rusty. Everything just fell into it, so. No, not today. Not that board.
All right. Okay, well, let's see how successful that was.
This board.
Although, maybe we can find a bare of that part that's from an actual legitimate parts machine.
Yeah, you don't want to take down one just to fix another. I mean,
I know, because
take the processor back out of this one.
I had 137.
Well, the only reason this board won't work is I think it's because of these two LS chips. One of them got super hot last time I tried it. I just dug out of that board. LS244, not quite.
all right.
Wonder if a 245N would work in place of an AN.
That sounds like a Joe question.
Yeah. They're so darn close, but yet so far away, at least in the nomenclature. Yeah, this poor board has had it.
Ooh. That's promising.
What's that?
My scaler actually sees a signal now.
Oh my gosh, it lives. It wants to.
It wants to live. Now, granted, the signal my scaler sees appears to be a black screen, and now maybe that is RAM related.
Yeah.
Or maybe this component's still bad, but all right, let me hook up the oscilloscope. All right.
Shh.
Hit the button.
See if this.
Well, that might actually be something. I mean, I do actually see a signal on the oscilloscope on the output now. So that is actually improvement.
Very much improved.
Oh. It would help if I do that. Now, that is what I see on the composite out, which my scaler is accepting as an actual video signal.
And your scaler's right.
I mean, that is a video signal. Now, it looks like it is a black screen, but
It is something.
it is something. All right. So now this might be we do know there is bad RAM. Of course, there's also the fact that I don't have a keyboard plugged in, but that is a remarkable improvement. All right. I guess for anyone that is wondering how I know there is bad RAM without even being able to run a RAM diagnostic, well, my first clue is 16 MT RAM chips. And my second clue is this RAM chip here.
Yeah,
That doesn't look right.
that wouldn't be Dane damaged.
Yeah, yeah. That MT RAM chip doesn't want to be a RAM chip anymore. In fact, its magic smoke might have come out at some point.
Probably. So now it's basura.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So I do know that this RAM chip is actually, okay, I'm going to save myself some trouble here because I know that RAM chip is bad.
Yeah.
There is no
There's no recovering it.
there's no recovering it. So I'm going to do the safer method of chip removal.
Yeah.
Just get the clip the chip and then get the pins out. Because some of these other ones, it might be interesting to run a RAM test on them, but this one's done. It's done.
Can't even stick a portic in it. So done.
In fact, I'm half expecting it to fall apart when I remove it from the board. Let's see here. All right, let me see if I can't. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Oh, wow. That's
Yeah, that's got a major fault line.
yeah, it's like this one just yeah, that just kind of broke apart. I wouldn't be surprised if actually, I bet I could very easily get to the die on this one. Yeah, that's how bad that one was. So that probably was not going to ever work again. No way, no how. All right. So now, actually, I can probably just should be able to heat these pins up and or heat them up, pull them out. All right. And then I'll clean the vias out.
Okay, they're pen compatible. These two chips I was worrying about. Pen compatible. Not bad. Okay.
Yeah, those letters in the chip usually denote the process or the, and sometimes some of them are more interchangeable than others.
Yeah, but these things. Go ahead.
Yeah, if it's pin compatible though, it shouldn't hurt to try it.
Yeah. All right. Plug in my thing here. It's been ages since I turned mine on. What is that?
Maybe like upper hearing soul.
All right. Let's see if I can't. All right, where's the... Oh.
Yeah, the first one's to get really bad now. Suspecting the biggest.
The bad thing for me is I've got to desolder the donor chip, but the place I'm going to already has a socket. So
Ah. Yep. All right, where did I hide the cleaning pin for this?
I lost mine, so I made one out of a paper clip.
There we go. Come on. Try some fresh solder on that one.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh, that might make sense. Why? That filter's clogged.
All right. Right. That pin's out. I think. Maybe not.
Wow.
All right. Almost got these pins out.
All right. Nothing.
Okay.
Shh.
All right.
Yeah, Justin, I have a Claris too.
Yeah, I can hear it. We had dueling Clarises there for a moment. All right. Oh, there's the solder wick I was looking for earlier. It was right in front of me. And there we go. I think that's clear. All right, let's see here. Nope. That's not. Oh, there they are. Now, if I can get this board working, I will swap out all the memory chips because they're MT RAM, but just to see if we get any signs of life, at the moment, I'm just going to replace this one that was obviously bad. Yeah, because there's no sense replacing all these chips on this board if I can't get it working. We'll save your memory chips for the other thing I have.
Yeah.
Because I haven't opened it up. I don't know. I don't know what memory chips are in it. It could be. Actually, there's a good chance it's MT RAM too.
Yeah, that's a pretty good chance there.
I guess Apple seemed to be using MT RAM an awful lot back in that day.
Empty promise of functionality.
Yeah, it's like when other manufacturers would not take MT RAM at any cost, Apple said yes.
Yeah, then look what Apple went through in the 90s.
Yeah, no.
5244. Can you put it off my desk, please? I'm trying to heal Buddy. No. Right there.
Shh.
All right.
This is good practice at the very least. We'll do this on a dead board first.
Yeah. I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when. Thank you, right?
Out of 20 pins, I've got 3 clear.
Yeah, Yeah, it could take a while to clear them. It took me a while to get the, what is it, 16 pins memory. There we go. Let's give that a light cleaning there. Try to dump these memory pins into the trash can so that I don't.
Yeah, that's where those belong.
Well, otherwise they're small enough I might miss them and short 2 pins together.
Yeah.
All right. And to replace this
Xavier, let go.
empty RAM, we have some,
Thank you.
I think it's national brand memory.
Hmm. Does that have a
Which
logo?
is, yeah, it's national, which is more readily known in the United States as Panasonic.
Aha.
In fact, I think they might have eventually. Actually, no, they might actually still be their corporate name in Japan might still be national. I guess the national brand of Japan.
Hey, Japanese, good stuff.
Yeah, all the best stuff's made in Japan, Doc.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Alpha.
I guess for anyone that wants to. So there we go. There's the replacement RAM chip for that empty RAM chip that decided it was done with computing forever.
It was done with existing.
It was done with existing. It's like, I am not holding another bit. Now, the one thing we'll probably never know is, did that chip go causing the computer to be put into storage, or did it maybe disintegrate in storage? That we might not ever know.
Yeah. The ultimate point is it's a bad chip.
It was a bad chip. It's gone. We've got what should be a good chip in its place, and if it's not, well, we got a whole tube of memory chips, and it's in a socket, so it'll be easy to swap it out.
Easy peasy cheesy.
Yep. All right.
Come on.
Okay, well, now that's maybe a good sign.
Watch out for the arrows. I'm dead. Okay, I'll do that, right?
Okay, yeah. I went a little overzealous on that one.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I can. There we go.
I saw my arc. I mean, I was like, okay, if there's else to it, I can arc through it.
All right, it looks like we have a video signal, but it's black still.
Dad, I'm a parrot cat.
Goody.
Her name's Callie. Callie.
Yeah, may have to hot air this one.
Ow. 2%. Ow. Oh, there we go, yeah. I noticed that first. It's taking a minute.
Okay, well, nothing's getting overly hot. So, all right, let me clip the. Okay, we still have what looks like a video signal on the composite output. Is this a case of where I need a keyboard?
If you don't have a keyboard, it should go into diagnostic mode.
Right. So,
I mean, that's the wrong port, right?
yes. Okay, that does give me an idea because I did. Because I put the ROM4 in the single wipe socket that was already here. It is a single wipe socket.
Really quickly.
All right, I just put contact cleaner in it. All right. Well, I'll let that contact cleaner dry for a moment. Let me see if I can find the ROM on the schematic. I think it's actually on page 1, would be my guess. See, is that? Yes, that is monitor. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Pin 1 should be 5 volts. All right. Let's see, let me find a signal so I can do a pin 3 should be a data signal. There we go. Okay. So now I can check the signals here. So pin 1 should be 5 volts. Yep, that actually looks pretty good. Pin 2 is address line 12. It is kind of odd. Pin 3 is address line 7. Pin 4 is IRQ, which is high. I believe that is correct. Pin 5 is...
Well, good thing that's a bad board. So I just ripped about half a dozen traces out of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pin... I do not see pin 5 on the schematic.
And what I'm going into is a socket, so haha.
Pin 6 is the non-maskable interrupt. Wait a minute. I'm not... Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong chip on the schematic. No wonder I can't. I was looking at the CPU on the schematic and probing the ROM. All right. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. ROMs don't have a non-maskable interrupt pin on them. I'm sure the chat would have been... Someone would have said that in the chat, I would think. Okay, pin 1 is 5 volts. That's 5 volts. Pin 2 is address line 12, which is low. That doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I think the socket might need to be replaced. Pin 3 is address line 7. Okay, that looks right. Pin 4 is address line 8, which is high. I mean, that may be right. Pin 5 is, that's an address line. Pin 6 is an address line. Pin 7 is an address line. Pin 8 is an address line. All right, so let me see if I can find address line 12 on the CPU. Pin 22. Oh. Okay, maybe that is correct. Let me find address line 12 on the MMU. It's pin 29. That is just low. Maybe address line 12 is low. Pin should be pin 14. Oh, which is ground. 13. 13, 12, 11. Ooh, data line 7. That does not look right.
So what drives the bus on data line 7?
All right, I'm going to double check all the data lines on the ROM. So there's data line 0, 1, 2. See, that should be 3. 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, and 8. Data lines 3, 4, 5, and 8 are seemingly not correct on the probing the ROM. So let me see if I see any activity on those data lines on the CPU. So it is going to be pins. Oh. Actually, 3, 4, and 5. There is no data line 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so data lines 3, 4, and 5 on the CPU. It's going to be pins 28, 29, and 30. $28, $29, $30. All right, I think I know what the next problem is, and unfortunately, I don't know if I've got the parts to fix it, but I'll double check. The single wipe socket that the ROM is in is likely bad, because those data lines have activity on the CPU.
Right.
I guess the good news is that would probably explain why the screen is black, because if the CPU can't read the ROM, then, well,
There's nothing to execute.
yeah, it's not going to be executing anything valid. So hopefully, if I can find a... Now, the question is, though, do I have any 28-pin sockets now? That's the question.
I'm looking at one. I'm looking at one right here.
I think I'll just wait for my Jamco order to arrive. That will probably be quicker than me. It'll save a lot of gas in me driving down to your house and picking that up.
Exactly.
Besides, I think my weekend would be over and I'd have to go to work probably by the time I got back. So
All right.
I did order sockets from Jamco. Thank you for reminding me that they do exist. I guess their little incident with their website didn't help in me remembering that they are around and you can order parts from them normally. Because it looks like I don't have any 28-pin sockets. But I thought I had a few, but something tells me that I don't have any more spares. Oh, I just found 6 position sockets. That'll really help us now. Let's see here. Those are 40-pin sockets, but the way they're designed, I would trim one down and use it, but those sockets aren't the way they're designed. I would never successfully trim it, so I'm not going to try that. All right, let me look in a few more places because I've got parts in more places than I care to admit. But something tells me that I don't have any 28-pin sockets because I think I've got something laying on the table I'm looking at now to see if I see a bag of sockets that I think it's laying on this table because it needs a 28-pin socket. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it looks like...
Time to go shopping.
Well, I did the shopping. I placed the order last night. It's just...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I finally ordered a bunch of stuff from Jamco and then a few items from Mauser that I couldn't find on Jamco's website.
All right.
So it looks like the Apple IIc is
On hold.
on hold for sockets, but the good thing is I did order all of the sockets that I might need. So at least I will, when I get sockets, I will have all the sockets. But I guess the good thing is, oh, I guess there is one more thing I could do. Let me clean off the bench here real quick. Because I keep mentioning the ace up our sleeve or in our pocket or wherever the ace card is.
The ace on the table.
The ace, well, it will be that, well, it's not quite an ace. I mean, I could put my ace on the table, but because I know I told you I sent you a Twitter message letting you know that it worked.
Mm-hmm.
But you've actually not seen it other than the auction listing.
Yeah.
So, what better place to show you our Parts 2C than on your stream?
Exactly.
So, Jeremy was letting me know, I don't remember which stream it was on, but he was like, I don't know if it was one of Joe's streams or one of mine, or anyways, he mentions, I'm looking for a floppy drive for my 2C. So I happened to have seen this 2C on eBay. I was like, hey, Jeremy, there's this for Parts 2C, but the floppy drive looks like it's in good shape, and the keyboard certainly looks good too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a really good price. So anyways, we've got a Parts 2C, and of course, listed for parts on eBay. No telling exactly what condition it's in. It could have arrived in a billion pieces. It could just work. And of course, my lead up, I think my lead up's not working as well as I would hope, because I think I already just mentioned it worked. I spoiled my own lead up telling the story. Oh well. Oops. Forget everything I've said for the past few minutes while I try to remember what I did with the box of 5 1/4 inch floppy disks that I have. Well, they're not sitting on the Franklin Ace 1000 beside me. Don't worry, this is a case of they're probably staring me and laughing at me right now. No, let's see here. Those are the parts. Well, I do have a... Okay. Okay. Well, they can't... those discs can't have gone too far. They're still down here somewhere, but I do see I have one disc that's bootable here. But anyways... Oh. All right, while I try to find the box of fun discs. Because no one wants to see PFS right. But it boots PFS right. Okay, that's... oh, there we go. I see them. I put them on top of the Duo disc. I kept thinking, okay, I know I've got these discs somewhere logical. All right. So it'll boot PFS right. Because I think that's actually the first disk I tried in it because I didn't want to. The PFS right disk I have is actually in not great shape. So, anyways, so here's Computer Inspector. So we have an Apple IIc with 128K of memory. I don't think that's a surprise because I think all the Apple IIcs had 128K of memory. So let's see here. Oh, we'll go ahead and run the memory test first. At the moment, the memory's testing okay. I guess let me run the disk drive test. I don't think that's one I've run yet. So let me see here. Let me grab a blank disk. Yeah, I think that's the one I was using. All right. Looks like the speed of the floppy drive in this parts machine's 299 RPM. That's within spec.
Yeah.
That's good. General operation.
You think somebody was being lazy and said, or just didn't want to be held accountable for, oh, it's a working machine, blah, blah, blah.
Or they didn't have the power adapter.
Yeah, that too.
Because it didn't come with power adapter. So I actually kind of wonder if they didn't have the power adapter. But disk drive seems to be functioning properly. So yeah, our parts machine is actually
better than the machine we were trying to fix.
I know, which yeah, I know. So in fact, actually, I think the plastics, of course, you only sent me the boards themselves.
Yeah.
So,
and the plastics are
this keyboard actually works. I think, believe it or not, I think your keycaps actually are better than these ones. Because I think I was actually going to pull the keycaps off your keyboard and try to clean them and see if the dirt will come off of them. Because I think your keycaps are actually in better shape than these. Which I know kind of seems interesting, but because some of these keycaps are kind of, I can't tell if it's just pencil or if it's scratched. But I guess the other thing is it's missing the panel, but you sent me a picture of the retro-brighted back panel for your 2C, and it actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is our parts 2C that we bought for the floppy drive, and the floppy drive does need lubricated because the close action's not the greatest. But yeah, this is our parts 2C, and it just works. So.
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, if it goes too far, I'm starting to think, well, just to save face, jump ship, and we'll use as much as we can off mine.
I think so too. I was kind of getting that direction. So I think what we do is, at some point I'll pull this open. I don't want to do it now because it's 7 o'clock and I'm actually starting to get hungry. But I'll pull this open. Probably on one of my streams. I'll pull it open. We'll see what kind of RAM's in it. See which capacitors and power supply has. Knock on wood, which I don't have any right in my immediate vicinity. It will use it'll have the same capacitors that we already have for yours. And I'll recap this, lubricate the floppy drive. If this happens to have MT RAM, I'll replace it just because. And then we put your back panel in, and if I can get your keycaps clean, then I'll replace these with your keycaps. Because actually the thing is, it's missing this key, which I think is caps lock, and your keyboard has all the keys.
Yes.
So.
But it is outright disgusting underneath. So.
Yeah, your keyboard is, I mean, there's a little bit of rust here. So there might be a little bit of rust on this keyboard, but all the keys feel, compared to your keyboard, they feel like 1,000% better. Because none of them are, because on your keyboard, a lot of them are just like stuck.
Yeah.
So
All that Texas grit.
all that Texas grit has just gotten in the hairpin switches on your keyboard, and it would be a miracle if I could get it working. Just all the grit in the keys. But if I can get your keys clean, then we'll have a uniform set of keys to put on this keyboard.
Yep. Okay.
And then at least we'll have a little bit of your 2C in this one, with the keycaps and the back panel.
Exactly. It'll be there in spirit.
It'll be there in spirit, even if it's not there physically in hardware.
Right.
Now, the one thing I'm not going to try retrobrighting this.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really my specialty. So if you want to retrobrite this case, you can do that. But I'll get it hardware-wise. I'll get it up and running.
Well, yeah, you did see how good it was on the back part.
Yeah. The back piece looked really good. I don't know if you have it handy, but yeah, the way you got that back piece looks great. So
yeah, the back piece does need just a slight smidge of repair, but you know.
Well, I guess that this case here does have, I guess the one, I'll unplug it so I can, it does have a, it is broken there.
My top car cover is not broken there.
So maybe maybe you might put your top cover back on this if you can get it.
But the bad thing is, you see where the handle goes there?
Yeah.
Well, that's the part where I had to surgically cut, is behind there.
Oh.
Yeah. So maybe I'll just surgically cut that missing chunk and go from there.
Yeah, there you go. That would work.
I mean, it's on the back. Nobody's really going to be staring at it.
Exactly. So anyways, I'm not going to open this up now, but we'll do that on, I'll do that at some point on my channel. In fact, maybe I'll do that Thursday after MacYac. Because I think this is a MacYac week. Hey, and who knows? I'm not going to give up on your logic board. It might become one of my longer term projects of maybe seeing if I could actually get it to live, even if it is a bit rough.
Oh, of course.
It might become a long-term project. Might take me one Steve to do it, but...
Well, here's a wild idea for you. I mean, if you with just the logic board and a crappy keyboard, you could turn that thing into a laptop.
I could. I could.
I mean, Apple was pushing this. Oh, it's portable. It's portable. Well, here's an ultimate portable. Thank you.
So, anyways, this is the parts 2C that I will. That, assuming I don't have a miraculous breakthrough when I get the ROM, the sockets for the ROMs. We'll probably go with getting this one up and running and in good health and revived vitality and get this one back to you. And I'll hold on to the old logic board for the longer term project of, can I eventually get it running? Because it looks like I'm going to actually need to find an actual real parts 2C that is so far gone that it can't be saved on its own, but maybe put two together to save one.
Yeah. I mean, kind of struck out lucky on one aspect and not so lucky on the other here. So.
I know. I mean, I know. This was actually a lucky find parts machine, I have to admit.
Yeah. Parts are not working. Plug it in.
Yeah, I know. And it works. I mean,
that's the way it worked out with my 2GS. Like, our parts are not working. $120 shipped. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Plug it in. Boom! I'm running. It just turned on. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So, all right. Well, it's been a fun stream.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here.
Yeah, I think I'm about to call it here too because it's 7 o'clock and I'm getting hungry and
Yeah, my son just said I'm hungry, so yeah, it's dinner time.
it's dinner time. All right.
All right, thank you, Justin.
All right. Take care, Jeremy. And I guess anyone still out there watching, thanks for joining us. I'm glad I could be here.
All right, thank you. See y'all later.
All right.